Hello everybody, this is Jean. Today I'm showing you numbers 31 to 35 in my 100 Things challenge. And the first project is some aperture cards. I got this idea from Becky from Aunt Beck's Creations, who sent me a card a bit like this. And I've drawn the shape of the heart on the page, and now I'm sticking some jelly printed sticker paper to cover that shape on the page, trimming the edges and then sticking it down inside the card just with an ordinary glue stick, and then sealing the card and putting in just a piece of paper in the centre to write on. And there we are. I made 5 of these, just using up the aperture cards that I had. Second project is an art card journal. The art cards were inspired by a challenge from Crystal in the Art It Out Facebook group, and it lasted for the whole of September. And we had to make an art card, a 6x4 inch postcard, with a series of prompts every day in September. And then I wanted somewhere to put them, so I made this journal to hold the 30 art cards. Now, this isn't a tutorial. I'm sure there are lots of tutorials on how to do this on YouTube somewhere. But I made these accordion strips, and I think I had to make 3 altogether and join them together. And then I used 2 quite stiff boards for the covers. And now, I've used some washi tape to reinforce, and I used washi tape all the way through actually. And then you'll see me now putting some of the art cards in position. Just slip it into the fold and glue it down, and then put washi tape over the top just to reinforce it a little bit. And it was a bit ambitious, but that's just showing you that it did actually work as a journal. Then I've got this nice fabric that I used for the spine, to cover the spine. And then this is a piece of scrapbooking paper from a magazine, and these are Dilutions paints. And I'm just spreading those around a bit. And then I cover the whole thing with sparkly Mod Podge, which gives it a nice leathery feel. It sort of reinforces it. And gives it a nice leathery and sparkly feel to it. So I used that, cut it in 2, and used it for the front and back covers. A bit of washi tape to reinforce the edges, and then I used a jelly print on the inside of the front and back cover. And then I used some of these stick-on letters, and the journal cover eventually says Art Cards September. And then this is just very quickly showing you that it really does work as a journal. But I'm going to do a flip through in a moment, and I'm not going to talk my way through it, but I will put on there what the prompts were in each case, and I'll just leave you with some music. So this is project 33, the art cards that I made. So my next project also came from Crystal's Art It Out challenge, because one of her challenges was to use melted crayons. So here I'm using up some of my canvas material that comes in a pad, and again I've got some quite stiff board, just 6x4. I think it comes from a book of watercolour postcards, and I'm sticking that to the board, and I end up with a nice 6x4 canvas. So here I am melting the crayons, and I do 3 of these in different colour schemes. And then I gesso over the top, and then wipe some of it off. This is partly to stop them being so sticky, because they were made with wax crayons. Go around the edges with ink, and then I'm sticking on some bits of paper here just for interest in the background. Then I gesso over that as well. I've already done the one on the left. That was my trial piece. Then wipe some of it off again, and then I've got these cutouts, which I think I got from Daphne's Diary or a magazine like that, of some owls and some sayings about silence, and then a few little embellishments which I've got in Happy Mail. And there are my melted crayons canvases. So the last project, number 35, this, you've seen this at the beginning, actually, the end result. I've been wanting to make a craft sign for quite a while, and I had this piece of paper with this phrase on it. The best way to get things done is simply to begin, and this is just, it could have been written for me because that's what I need to do. So I'm using a technique here by Maria, I think it is, from Abissimo, and she actually does classes in this, but she did do a demonstration of this on a Facebook group called Art Experiments, I think. And she showed how to do the technique, but she also said that her secret weapon was toilet paper. So I'm really just making this up as I go along, but it's modelling paste, fine modelling paste with bits of toilet paper pulp added to it, because this technique doesn't work with modelling paste. It doesn't hold its shape enough, it's not thick enough. So here I am drawing some lines. And you can see it does actually keep its shape. And then I draw a couple more lines in a moment. And then this is the technique that she showed, how to make holes. And you just use the end of a paintbrush and just make little circular shapes. And they look like little craters. And it's very effective, and she makes some lovely sort of abstract pieces using this technique. And she does take classes, but I haven't taken any of her classes. I've just done this from just the sample that she did in the Art Experiments page, but I really think I might take one of her classes. And then I wanted a bit more texture in the plain bits, so I just used a toothbrush just to make a bit more texture. And there we are. That space is for my sign, which says, in a moment you'll see it, Jean's Craft Space, which I just did with stamping, just letter stamps. And then she paints hers in very bright colours, which is what I decided I would do. So this is, I can't remember what it's called. It's a very dark red, it's just an ordinary craft acrylic. And then that's quinacridone gold, I think. That's another sort of gold. I think also there's a copper in there somewhere, and the lines are done in gold. And then I put this I can't remember what it's called, a metallic shine stuff over the top, a gold one and a red one, and then some rhinestones. And there's my my sign. So I'm filling in the book here, and with numbers 31 to 35. This is my little tiny collage book, which I made ages ago. And in a moment, I wish I could write this fast, really. in a moment you'll see I'll flip through it, and that'll be the end of my projects 31 to 35. So I hope you enjoyed the video. It's never meant to be a tutorial, it's just showing you what I'm trying to do and what I'm using up as I'm trying to do it. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so, and click that little bell if you want to get notifications of future videos. So I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.